Monday night after work Universal Orlando trip? What the heck? Chucky, is that you? They're back, Stitches. It is the final countdown. Today's August 14th. Halloween Horror Nights starts September 1st. 17 more days. The final countdown indeed. And by the way, that Chucky and Co. were inside of Cinnabon. I don't think it's a big deal because I think that last year they were there as well in the little glass display case, and they're back again this year. Just more timely because there's a Chucky house here this year. But we are back at Universal Studios, Florida, Orlando Resort. Hashtag ride the movies. I'm gonna take a quick lap around because there's literally only an hour before close to check out all of the Halloween Horror Nights Scare Zone updates. And this will likely be the last time that we make it around for any of the Scare Zone updates. Just honestly, it is way too hot outside, but also we got other stuff going on. Just over 2 weeks, we'll be walking in the park and all kinds of shenanigans happening up here. Look, they've added all these lights and speakers around the platform up there. That's pretty cool. Lots of lights. Lights, camera, quiet on the set. Speakers. Oh, and look over here. We've got the big circus wagon. Very cool. A road case action. I'm assuming this will be like the Dr. Oddfellow character here, just like the Pumpkin Lord was over there last year. We can only hope that there's actual vocals coming out of Dr. Oddfellow this year, not piped in stuff like they did with the Pumpkin Lord. Check out the little hands holding the lights. Groovy. There's a dragon head up top and the dragon army hands and scales. Cool. Performa entrance over here. I like it. I like it a lot. Classic case on the floor too. We'll walk up through Hollywood, see what's happening in the Zodiac zone. Got something under a bag here. Electrical. And still not much out here in Hollywood. They usually kind of take in and out set pieces on a nightly basis for this zone. I think the last time that we were here, we said this was Gemini, right? The Archer. By the way, this Jurassic Park store is supposed to stay here until October 1st. I know folks were thinking this is going to be where the HHN Tribute store is, but it's not. HHN Tribute store will be over towards New York. Also, I said Gemini just now, but it's actually Sagittarius back there. Over here is Pisces. Look at that weathering. Also newly announced this morning, I think, the Tribute store will have portraits back again this year. But the portraits this year are significantly cooler than they've been in prior years. You take your picture, and they make you into a comic book cover. And at the end, you get a full comic after the event. And you can choose one of these 5 covers to be on. And this is where you can pick them up if you want. The 5 and Dime, the Hollywood Tribute store, or the All Hallows Eve boutique that's over in Islands of Adventure. And we know that guy. Honestly, this is the coolest cover of them all, I think.
Yeah, I like that one.
And I believe this thing runs about like $95 or $97 to do. We won't be doing that as far as I know. I don't want anybody drawing stuff on our picture. Just kidding. I'm just not into like the whole thing. But I like seeing other people's. I think the best was our friends Drew and Ashley did their dog last year, and then all of a sudden everybody was doing animal stuff. Next up is the Jungle of Doom. There's so much stuff in here now. This is going to be a logistical nightmare to walk through or to be able to scare because there's so much stuff everywhere. Somebody did a good job here. Check it out, like really good job with all of the trees and shrubbery. All this stuff is real. It looks amazing. Which, by the way, every time that they do like corn, it's always a recipe for hurricanes coming our way. And as of this morning, there's actually 2 systems out off of the coast of Africa that are heading towards the US. So I hate to think that Horror Nights is jinxing us here. Not corn related, just fresh stuff. And look at all of this stuff. Wow, stuff everywhere. A little ammo box. Look at this. Got more ammo boxes and toolboxes. And we'll take a video of this camera before it mysteriously disappears at some point. Motor oil, Oh, and look at the tree. There's obviously something behind there. What's behind there? We want to know. But we've got more vines, yeah. And look at all this vegetation here. This stuff is all real. It's real to me, damn it. And look at the plane. They've done so much dressing to it. Scary boxes. More vines. Ah, another camera. Highly explosive. Oh my goodness. The jungle is eating rats. They've eaten cats and eaten rats and eaten bars and now guitars. Check it out. Lots of ammo boxes everywhere. Stuff. More stuff. Mary's favorite radio station. It's a flashlight in a little box. The black box. And holy Jesus. That's a big freaking spider. And it's another giant spider. Right next to the bats. Bats, rats, cats. And now we only eat guitars, you know. That's fun. They got like torches here too. I wonder if the torches are going to actually work during the event. Because that flame is a little close to that webbing. Take a peek over by DreamWorks Land. Still a maze of walls. You can smell ET all the way back here. I still don't know if we're going to be going into a house back there. But over by Animal Actors, this is where all the tables were, and I previously said this was like the greatest hiding spot to be able to eat. Now we actually have a food location back here. I don't know. Something fried. And there's bins for drinks. More stuff over here. This looks like this will be a bar. And we've got food booths or trucks setting up here. Heading back into the Simpsons area, up back towards Men in Black. And if you missed our last video, all the walls are down over in Simpsons area now. It looks really nice here. You can feel the air conditioning from that store all the way over here. The entranceway for at least a couple of the houses back here. It's hilarious. There's a wall outside of Men in Black. It's like, oh boy. Of course, again, Nightmare Fuel will be back here. The lights are on inside there. I'm sure they're getting ready to practice again tonight. You can see them working the lights up there. And then outside of Nightmare Fuel, we do have the beginnings of our food stands showing up here. No menus yet, of course. I thought it looked like a castle. Yeah, look. Hail Satan in the middle there. Feels like so much air conditioning coming through here, but weird. We walked in through the outdoor. We stopped by to see what's going on with the Death Eater area. They did add a do not climb little placard there. The whole way here I kept thinking these guys were called Dementors, which by the way would be so much cooler, so we could all do the Michael Scott line. And then heading out of Harry Potter into San Francisco, you have the Peacock themed bar. And it doesn't look like anything new is happening here other than palm trees maybe being added back there. But back here, we also have the Scare Zone Shipyard 32. Yep, that's what we're gonna go with now. Well, there's a big box in the middle of this zone. And on the other side, you can see this crate has fallen now, and obviously we were wondering what this was gonna be before, and it turned out to be a crane. That's what we suspected, or at least Mary did the last time that we were here. This looks like almost like it would be an oil rig type of situation, but yeah, this box fell from here, and this box has the slats that appear to be solid, but there's a character that will hide in here and jump out at you. It sure smells good, like fresh wood. Here's another little box, like a jail in here. There's a speaker, and there's a boo hole back there, and more signage. We've got the No F's Chuck over here, and his food stand is back this year. Last year I had the Chucky chili, which was like vegan based, and also very much a Code Red situation almost immediately after. So lesson learned, if they serve chili at a Halloween Horror Nights event or theme park area, don't get it. Oh my goodness, it's early. Save the chefs. Coming into Summer Music Fest 69. 69! Merch booth. Peeking out more and more here. We've got the tried and true school bus is back. Now, my understanding is that this is the Creed school bus still from My Sacrifice. But we've had people that work here message us and tell us two things. One, that it wasn't, and then two, that it was. For those that don't know, they've used this school bus over and over and over again here. I remember one of the most recent ones was in The Purge. They still didn't fix this light. And then we've got the Music Fest stage, spotlight, and all kinds of stuff. And you gotta go downtown, George. That's where it's all happening. There's something underneath there. I mean, it's literally a drum set, but is there anything else? Nope, just a drum set. We've got the motorcycles out here. Ride free. And in New York, we have another food booth set up over here. This is themed to The Last of Us. I love all the logos and theming here. And down the block from Optimus, we have the HHN bar is already set up and a couple more food booths. This food booth looks like it's themed after Yeti. And this, obviously, Surfer Boy Pizza.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, this looks like a pizza.
I'm really anxious to try the pizza that they are going to have here this year and compare it to the Surfer Boy pizza that we had at the Stranger Things experience. And here's the HHN bar. All set up. We have another food booth over here. And that was across from the Mania Cafe. And then there's another little food truck over here. So the one thing we are missing are all of the switchbacks here, which I'm sure will come out pretty soon. That's usually the final sign that like things are happening, you know, for queues here and stuff. But the other thing I want to talk about is the Taste of HHN event that they've been running. So I think originally it launched at about $160 a person. They've dropped the price to $135 a person. And if you have an annual pass, you get a discount on top of that. And they also introduced a non-alcohol version for $89. You're not getting the full menu. There's no character photo op like Field Club style. And the cups, both the Blinky cup and the Freestyle cup. The Freestyle cup you get, but you don't get the liquids in it. You gotta pay for your refill. The designs, in my opinion, not the greatest, but the food, I'm definitely glad that I didn't pay for it because it doesn't look like anything that I necessarily be racing out to get.
Yeah, there's like one or two things that I'm interested in.
The ravioli or whatever it is for The Last of Us looks really good. And yeah, the Stranger Things like thing with the they have a dessert with a little Eddie guitar on there, PC Rich Warlock on the top. This looks super cool. But in any event, I think Universal really overshot their expectations of what they thought they were going to sell because they've since canceled a bunch of the dates also, in addition to lowering the price because the turnout really happened like we had said in our first video. Everybody wants to be hashtag first, and then afterwards the demand really drops off, and I think that's what's happened here. And since the last time we were here, VillainCon actually officially opened. I'm actually wondering if this will be open during Halloween Horror Nights. And VillainCon, as of right now, it literally just opened up last week. It's on a delay. Before we get out of the park, I did want to show you in the Hello Kitty store, there's a Hello Kitty Chucky mashup, both in like a spirit sweater and a t-shirt. Or you can get a pin too.
That's hysterical.
This is awesome. Also, it's getting darker a little bit earlier now, which is really, honestly, super depressing. It's 5 to 8, just about time for the park to close. I liked having the daylight all the way until like 8:45, 9 o'clock at night to be able to wander around. And now we're on the way out. And by the way, at Hard Rock Cafe, they have their Halloween stuff out here. Rock is not dead. So this version is available at the hotel. This version is available here. And this is also available at the hotel. You can check in, but you can't leave. All right, well, that is going to do it for us for tonight. Thanks a lot for coming along. Thank you very much for all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. See you guys.